So another update on our foundation renovation. They have dug out. I mean, you can see how deep we are. This is why the barn is a bank barn, because it's built into the bank of the hill. And oh my gosh, it's like pretty crazy that this can even be done. So, but yeah, I've got some gravel or stone in here. That's new. And the corners have been dug out so that they can make a proper footing. I think we're going with like a 12-inch thick wall from the whole span of this thing. But take a peek up here. It's just like hanging over on an edge. Big beams, big pieces of lumber holding it up. It's kind of crazy. I'm excited that can even happen, because who knows? I mean, I never even knew this was possible, but we have a really big mess happening, and hopefully within a month or so, we'll be able to show you the finishing touches and a whole new foundation. We do have a guy coming today to move that big pile of dirt and goldenrod out of the growing area and into a different paddock, and we might even have a little bit more growing space dug up so I can get some perennials in the fall. So that's the plan for today. Know exactly how this is all going to be landscaped. But you know, I have to start thinking about that. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. If you look this way, it's like, I mean, it looks new already, although those barn doors are kind of just like hanging by a thread. I'm like, yeah, and the birds are loving the new entrance and exit. But yeah, so we're under renovation. You can see all the piles of rocks, and here we go. I hope this works out the way we planned. Gorgeous day though. Not a bad day to make some more growing spaces.
Looks like we had a little bank collapse down here at the bank barn. Don't get too close to the edge, kids. We might have an avalanche.
Look at it. When I was trying to get
a muddy one.
Look at what happened when I was trying to get up. I slipped.
Well,
you can't get up.
We have several hazards here at the barn now, so you kids are going to have to be extra careful. Proceed with caution. Everything surviving? I got to get some footage of the new excavation work we had done down here.
Oh, it's a mud pit.
Well, it seems like every time you have excavation work done, it rains for like a week after. And that's kind of what it looks like in this forecast.
Yep.
But you know what? That's not half bad. Whoa! I take it back. It's muddy as heck. Ugh.
Watch that first step.
Yeah, I already wrecked a pair of boots. Now I'm going to wreck a pair of sneakers. So what are your plans for this area? You're going to try to grow stuff here, or is this going to be like a walkway?
This will probably be like a roadway, like an access area. I'm going to eventually have this dug out and have a stone wall terracing this whole side. So, but that's to come later on this year.
And who's paying for that? Your boyfriend?
Maybe a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa, this is a quicksand area right here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the same thing you did to me, is ignore your screams when you start sinking in it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Although it's weird, like some spots are really spongy and some are dry. Like the spot you just almost got swallowed in. But the dahlias all have blooms on them. I got to pinch them back.
It looks like everything's starting to pop.
Yep.
Wouldn't it figure we had a drought, we spent a fortune on generators, we finally get access to water, and I think we've watered once.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything. And the thing is, even when we had, we were watering like with the jugs of water, it wasn't like a deep watering at all. But everything, it must be just naturally wet here. Hey, I saw what you did last time. You stay up on that lawn.
Yes.
I mean it.
Stay away from the quicksand.
Get up there. You're not allowed.
Not a quicksand.
Nope. Not allowed. We got to weed.
I know we do,
Now's
but...
the perfect time to do it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Look at this.
I'd say we have to weed. What about putting some of that fabric you have?
Oh, now you think that's a great idea?
Well, who wants to
Because
weed that?
All spring long, I had the template to make the fabric with the holes to avoid this kind of thing. And now all of a sudden, it's a great idea, even though you mocked me for the whole spring that I wanted to do it.
You had a template to do cut flowers.
A template to lay fabric for the correct spacing so that we didn't have to deal with this. But now we are going to be weeding.
Not we. I already weeded once.
There's
I'm
no
not weeding
I.
again.
There's no I in weed.
You
Weeding.
and Maddie can weed.
We are weeding. It makes
I'm
sense.
weeding. That means I and Maddie.
No.
Yes.
No. But anyway, we're gonna have to do this anyway. It's gonna rain all next week. It's gonna be like bad.
Well,
I guess we'll find out how everything's gonna grow in major rain.
Look at how tall your stuff is, though.
Look how tall the grass is in the field.
Yes, I know. The brush hog guy's gonna come back and nail me for another $1,000. So do you think it's possible that there are a lot of nutrients in this soil and that's why everything's kind of popping?
I think they're happy to be out of their little stressed out pots. At this point, I don't think they even care. But I have blooms. You want to see?
Well, it's like the fact that nothing's been planted here for years. Wouldn't that be a benefit in a way?
The problem is it's grown grass and field like this, but it's also been deteriorating back into the soil, so it's possible. I mean, we must have decent soil because nothing would ever grow. But I also amended this when we planted, so it got lots of nutrients added to it when I planted.
This is the area I weeded about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
So easy though. Like right now, everything is young enough that you can pull it out and get the root.
Is it possibly easier because I already did it once?
No, look at, see this? There's a weed. You would never know unless you really know.
So you like to weed when it's wet?
Oh, and the ladybugs. Look at all the ladybugs. Look, there's one down here. There's one here.
Is
I
that
love
good?
that. Yes, I don't see tons of ladybugs. I mean, I see some in my yard, but look at, there's another one here and here
I thought they would eat the plant, right?
and here. They eat bugs. They eat aphids. But look, they're blooming. I mean, they're not blooming, but they have buds. Look. So exciting.
Overall, you're very happy then with the growth
Yeah,
down
I don't
here.
know about what's this doing. Like, very short.
Like here looks a little confused. What's a weed and what isn't a weed down here?
Come on down, I'll show you.
No.
You just have to know.
That grew a lot since I weeded it last.
You probably left weeds and pulled plants.
No, I did not.
I have a few holes.
And you've been lucky, no rabbits, no nothing down here.
No, I don't know why. We're like I think they haven't found us yet. Once they find us, we'll be in for it. If I had like a little pop-up to put over me, I would actually stay and weed today.
Well, good. Maybe you can go home, grab a pop-up, and come back and weed while I stay home and enjoy my weekend.
I actually wouldn't mind that.
Well, good. Neither would I. I'll be more than happy to oblige.
This is great. I mean, what else am I gonna do? It's pouring rain. Your son's going to a birthday party. Your daughter might need some entertaining.
No, she can come with you. It's my birthday. You know what I want for my birthday? To be left alone
That's because you're miserable and grumpy.
until later.
Yeah, don't count on it.
Oh, please.
You better change your mind now.
What do you mean? I gotta help you weed?
No, you gotta change your attitude.
Oh, my attitude is fine. I'm down here helping you every weekend. I'm part of it.
You haven't helped here in a while.
Well, because it's rained every weekend.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
And we've been working on the kids' garden and other things.
I don't need you to help me. I'm just talking about your attitude in general. Apparently, once you hit 50, you grump about a lot.
First of all, I don't know who you're talking about. I just hit 44.
You wish.
Please.
Don't try to be me.
Yeah. I'm young at heart.
Yeah, we'll start expanding it out your mouth.
You don't want to expand your heart. It could burst with happiness.
Yeah, really? I'd like to see that.
Honey, I'm very happy. I have you, I have the farm, I have the kids, I have the dogs.
Well, good. Then we'll be spending the afternoon here with Elephant.
No. Please, happy birthday to me.
I'll take you to dinner tonight. Where you want to go?
I want breakfast in bed.
For dinner?
Yeah.
Not happening. By the way, we had a little mishap with our fridge. Decided to crap out on us and spoil our entire refrigerator contents because, you know, the blower wouldn't work and you can't get somebody the same day, so you gotta wait. So that was exciting. One more expense we can add to the list.
Yep. It always happens. I think that they know when I deposit money in the bank.
It's true.
It seems like every time I put a large check in the bank, something breaks down or...
Wait, you put a large check in the bank?
Wait, I said it seems like every time I do.
Well, that would mean that you have just done it. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, well... Oh,
Is it
God.
large enough for a tractor?
Well, I don't know.
Half of one, maybe.
I know the refrigerator fan blew, but I don't know.
All right, this looks pretty good. I bet you it's happier. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting wet out here. I just wanted to come out and see what you thought.
Well, I don't care. I got plans. I'm doing my thing.
Well, good. You enjoy it. We know what you got planned for the rest of the day. Come on. Seriously, I'm going to slip and fall.
It's your choice to be out here doing that. Oh, I don't know if I want to get into this.
I don't think you do, or I think you do want to get into it, but you want to kind of be independent about it.
Yeah, but I want to do it alone.
Yes. Don't you know that I'm not really a good weeder?
I also need gloves.
Well, good. Let's get out of the elements and go home, and we can figure out a game plan today.
You're quick.
What?
You're quick.
Come on. It's pouring out.
Nobody said you have to be out here. I got an umbrella.
Yeah, but if I don't bug you, you're going to stay out here. Boy, you got a lot of weeding to do. Holy smokes.
I know. If I could grow grow flowers like I grow weeds, I'd be rich.
Yeah, well, you're going to be here all weekend by the looks of it.
Yep. I know I have to do this every time.
Emmalou, you got to go number 2 again?
Yeah.
No.
Number 2?
No, this kid, every time she comes to the barn.
It's a natural laxative.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why.
Me either. I didn't empty the pail from the last time.
Do I have water to wash my hands?
Yeah, it's on the grass. Just rub your hands on the grass.
Hey, you didn't see me just do that?
Well, do it a few times. All right, folks. Well, that's the update from here. Another rained out weekend, which I can't really complain about because it gives me an excuse not to be down here doing a bunch of planting.
Hey,
What?
we got a big water leak in here.
Yeah, because I haven't drained the water yet.
Get out of the way and go fix it.
Yes, all right. I'll come inside so I can get wet. Another weekend at the farm. Things are kind of slowing down a little bit this week. Had a lot of rain, which is going to make the concrete guy's job a little bit more difficult. How's it going?
Franco.
Looks like a lot of weeding today.
Including me weeding.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see you earning that allowance you never get.
Hopefully I get pretend.
I thought you were going to show me those blackberries.
I'm in the middle of something.
All right.
You want another?
I'll have Emma show them.
What? No.
No, I'll wait.
No, come on.
I'll wait.
I'm already walking, so come on.
You're already on a break, are you?
I'm already walking. There's some over here, some here. They're really good.
Wow, those are big.
Trust me, the last one you're gonna freaking be wow.
Really?
And then we have a few here.
Oh my goodness. A few?
A bunch.
A bunch is right. Look at that. That's a lot of blackberries.
That's not even half of what the last one is. And then when we come up here, I ate a few off this, and so did Emma. We have a bush here. She ate all of them.
Looks like it.
Then we have a bush over there. We have a bush right here. We have a bush in there, right there, over here, and there.
Wow, let's look at this one in here. Look at that blackberry bush, Blake.
That's the last one.
Wow, that thing is huge.
At least I get a easy pick.
We're gonna have a lot of blackberry pie this year, buddy. Holy smoke, did your mom see that?
No. Maybe next year we'll have them all because this year I'm eating all of them.
Oh, really? Emma Lou looks like she's down there chowing down.
Emma, I thought I said no more.
Please.
I'm picking.
I have never seen that many blackberries on one bush. That is awesome.
At our house, it's usually loaded with blackberries. This year, not much.
Well, hey, I guess we made up for it. You know what? I think there's a bunch of blackberries up in the field there, too. I'm going to go check those out. Looks like we got the footings poured today, Blakester.
Today?
Yeah, this morning. But it's already hard. You can't even leave a fingerprint in that thing.
Today?
This morning, some people get up before 11 a.m., Blake. Unlike yourself.
It's hard to believe that it dried that fast.
Well, they put some stuff in the concrete, especially when there's a chance of bad weather coming. So we've had a lot of rain the last couple weeks, and yeah, this job kind of slowed down, but looks like we're moving again. So what they'll come down and do now is frame these walls around this rebarb, and then pour some walls, and then we'll get the barn guys in here to fix this skirting up. That's the next big project. Oof, it's in horrible shape down there.
It looks like it got burnt.
Yeah, it does kind of in a way look like it did have a fire, but I think it's just from being soaking wet for so long.
It looked like it rotted.
What do you think? Maybe we should put in a bowling alley. You know what we should do, buddy? Just leave it like this, pour a wall, and we'll fill it with water and put some alligators in here. And then we'll have like a bridge to get to the barn.
I mean, you might as well just like use it as controls.
Well, those metal rods are going to hold the concrete in place. It's going to give it some strength, so. All right, well, that's the update for the barn renovation. What's the matter? Almost get stuck in quicksand?
Right.
I know your knight in shining armor wasn't going to be going to your rescue.
Oh my God, how am I gonna thin those?
How are you going to get out of here is the question.
I need my seedlings. This is no joke.
So why are you thinning them out? What's the purpose? Just
So they get bigger. I want bigger heads on them.
Well,
Whoa.
they seem to be growing pretty good over here.
Oh, they have an endless supply of water.
Well, what plants love water? Maybe we should focus on planting them over here in this mud pit.
Ugh. Nothing's gonna like this. This is too wet.
It does seem like the crops do good until the water run off, and then they just get smaller and smaller. Am I correct?
They're not growing any. Whoa!
So you think maybe if it stopped raining for a couple days, they might actually
I don't know.
enjoy it here? It's almost like they're waterlogged.
The dahlias are for sure. They don't. I don't know how wet they can tolerate really because I haven't grown them. But
We have 20 acres of land and not enough space to grow in. Just getting a feel for the property, and unfortunately,
probably could use this for concrete.
yeah, that mud's no joke. You thought it was a laughing matter a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Whoa!
Don't yell my name.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ah!
Sorry, honey.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you can't stand in one spot too long. You start to
I'm
sink.
not even that heavy.
Imagine how your husband felt as he was sinking below the belt.
I didn't know it was like that.
Oh, really? Because you were too busy working and you didn't turn around to see that I was gasping for air. Luckily, our son was there.
Can you get those on the ground?
I don't think I can move. I'm kind of in a bad position right now.
I don't know if these are gonna grow.
Well, we'll bring them down to the kids' farm and see what happens.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
Oh, I'm having a hard time filming you.
My other sunflowers love it. Honestly, this is the best spot over here. So I think maybe what we gotta do is just do like from that little barn where we drive through here, maybe make this like a drive to come down here, go that way, and then this could all be a second round of that. Because this side, look at how great everything's going on that side.
Oh, it looks perfect over here. But we did get a jump start. It's probably got a week or two head start, right?
You can tell. I mean, even the snapdragons and the yarrow, I don't know. It's rough over here. I don't have any trouble walking down the paths over there. Here, oh, and the deer are eating my dahlias.
So the deer have finally decided to show up.
Yep, they're here, and you can tell. Like at this point, whatever. But
well, it has been unusually wet.
See these here? See how they're pouting like that? This is terrible. I actually should be digging these up.
Yeah, but where are we going to put them?
I'm gonna, like, other than the ones that have big enough root systems to absorb enough water, these are just toast. What a waste.
Well, they're still alive. We can replant them.
Whoa.
The asparagus look pretty good. They fit right in with the weeds.
Yeah, they're probably happy.
They got these little bumps on them. What is that?
What bumps?
They have like these little,
Those are the flowers.
oh, so they're going to start to flower?
They did already.
So what's the rule with asparagus now? Let them grow once this year and then next year we start cutting them.
Not really. They got a really late start. You probably won't cut for a couple of years. Maybe 2025 we'll start harvesting.
We're going to plant a few more rows in here because it kind of looks like a waste of space.
What?
Can we fit another row in between or no?
Well, Well, no, they're gonna get big. These are tiny. They get big.
Now, is there any way we could just bring in some soil and kind of level this up a little bit, or no?
I'm not growing in this. I'd much rather create a stone wall here, up maybe 4 or 5 feet, backfill it with soil or even rocks at the bottom, and then soil, at least as long as there's like 2 feet, and then level it to there. I think this is going to be, this section is going to be very difficult to manage if we don't do something about it.
So maybe that's a good place for them to dump all the stuff from the front, and then we'll just have an excavator guy come in and kind of separate it while it's over here.
That could work.
Then you could just build a retaining wall.
I don't really need I don't really need good soil until the top like 2 feet. You know, and depends what I'm gonna grow there too, I guess, but
I'm gonna have to up my shoe budget. This farm has destroyed 3 pairs of my sneakers.
you're not supposed to wear sneakers on a farm.
Well, I wasn't expecting to get stuck in the same situation I was already in once before.
Oh.
Just wanted to give an update here at the farm.
Oh, really?
Quick video.
Fine time to give an update, sure.
Well,
I thought we were just running here to check on things.
we are.
Yeah.
We got the footings poured today. Things are happening. I got connections.
Yeah, good, because I'm gonna need to be towed out of this mud hole.
Well, it's definitely getting to
The weird thing is we can drive our truck in here. Like, that side's really workable, so I think we really need to maybe even take, at the end of this, where we stopped, where we started the lanes way down there, there's another little low where the water comes through, but on the other side of that, maybe we just take that section out and start pushing it toward the paddock area, because that side's really good. This, I think, is just really, you know, this is a very big runoff area.
It definitely is. You know, it's right at the bottom.
I'd much rather
that.
grow like this will be great if you landscape it properly for what it, you know, for what it is. But I think it needs like permanent trees and stuff like that won't mind the water. And it just needs, almost like you need to put things here to help drink the water, so it's really just not as devastating as the rest of it. But I think we're gonna grow that side. I mean, we're learning, right? That's what this year was supposed to be about. So we're learning some lessons. We honestly started planting before we even knew what would happen on this property. So what are you gonna do?
I would have never expected us to even get this far.
Well, I mean, we did rush planting, but again, we didn't close until April, and I already had stuff growing. Like, I was kind of planning to grow on our friend's farm land that he was going to lease to us, and we ended up just saying, instead of spending the money on leased farmland where we'd have to get it tilled and bring in all of the goods to get it amended, might as well do that here, and at least we'll be here and we'll know kind of a first year idea of how this land works, because we really knew nothing about it. And it's fine. I'd much rather learn this year than to kind of invest in another area to have another project under my belt. You know, I'm happy that we're here doing this, but you know, I am probably going to lose some dahlias, and I did spend quite a bit on stock, so whatever. It happens. I didn't expect it to be perfect, but I'm happy so far with, you know, the experience. It's been interesting. I do think that even when you get mad at me for getting a tractor, it'll be justified, and you will eventually say, you were probably right.
I understand you're right. It's just very hard to talk about a $30,000 tractor.
36.
It's hard to talk about
I'd
it.
get a used one. It's not hard for me.
Well, I think that's the route we're going to go. We're going to find an old school tractor with an old school mechanic. And because you're not going to need the tractor that much.
Yes, we are.
No.
For mowing these fields, yes, we are. You're gonna be mowing. Look at how high. These grasses right here are 5 feet high already. Like, we need that managed. If we had a tractor, this would have already been mowed probably 4 times over.
We do have a tractor. I brought one here last week.
Yeah, and how come this is not mowed then?
Because,
I rest
well,
my case.
it's a Cub Cadet.
I rest my case.
It already broke down.
Yes. Which is why I'm getting a John Deere for 36.
No, you're not. Let's get one for 3,600.
No.
So I can mow the lawn.
So we can have it break down, and then we can't find anybody to repair it because 20 years and older, nobody wants to work on it.
No.
Trust me, I've researched. You and I can have these conversations, but I'm telling you what's happening.
Well,
I don't care.
I know you don't. And you're just going to drive me nuts with this rototiller. It's like torture.
Well, it is nice to have a rototiller.
Yeah, but it's nicer to sit in a tractor and rototill. I'm sure of it.
I gotta clean my boots off. I feel like Bigfoot.
I know, look at, here's my sneakers once again.
Oh, the deer have eaten my dahlias.
Well, I pointed out deer tracks the other day, but sometimes when I try to film you down here at the farm, you're moody and in a bad mood. You got too much on your mind, or you get too much sun. I don't know.
Oh, really? Now you're trying to determine my moodiness?
I'm thinking you're starting to stress out. You got too many things on your plate.
I'm not stressed out. It would be much nicer if this would just work out, but some of it's working out, some of it's not. I'm allowed. I'm entitled.
Well, look at the bright side.
Since when do I have to be all chipper? I don't. There was no clause in my contract in your filming of me that said I have to be cute and bubbly all the time.
Well, there was also no clause in the contract that you can go without paying me for so long.
Oh, yeah, that's a given.
No, wait a minute. See? I guess that was the fine print. You do realize I have another job, right? I can't just be your labor boy that you boss around all day.
I certainly can, because you do it.
Well, I'm burnt out. I'm doing it because...
You're not burnt out filming. You certainly bust that thing out whenever you want.
Well, filming is my only release.
Yeah.
And it's evidence of what I've been put through. Don't think I'm not documenting this for a possible lawyer.
I think these can come out.
Why? It's a waste of space.
Look at them. They're not even... I don't really know what these do. I did them really late. They stressed out and...
Looks like they're starting to flower, but it's awful small.
They look terrible. Yeah, I'm going to take those out and maybe put some dahlias in there. Zinnias are happy though. Nothing's eating the zinnias, and I pinched them, and now they're really like... I could have probably spaced them a little bit more. Oh, the celosia looks so pretty. The Dara doesn't want to go. Like, this is so short. That's been short for like months now since I put it in. But the snaps and the larkspur and the Queen Anne's lace, I think it's like African mist or something like that. That one looks good. Bells of Ireland are ready, so I'll have some bouquets for the market Friday.
Really? It's gonna bloom this quick?
They are blooming.
Where?
They're.
What are you talking about?
These are blooming. Look. These are the flowers. So you take this.
They're like camouflage flowers.
Look. See the flowers? They're like little fillers.
I would have never even noticed that.
Well, this is a filler. Like, this is kind of a filler for the bouquet. And then these are going to be blooming by Friday because it's hot and it's humid and it's just, you know, I never netted these.
Those look like snapdragons.
They are snapdragons.
And it looks like one of them got snapped.
You know why? Because I've been telling you for weeks I need to get over here and stake these. Oh, man.
Whoops. You slayed the dragon.
I did.
It snapped them in half.
Well, so anyway, if they... You know what? This is what happens when you pinch them, though. You get like 6 stalks of flowers instead of one big one. And then look, all the little larkspur. I got buds everywhere. And look, see these? They're gonna bloom.
Do you know why they recommend you don't pinch this plant? Because the dragon might snap.
They do recommend you pinch, and that was terrible.
Well, If you laughed, people would have got
This is
it.
so pretty. Look at this flower. Isn't that so, it's like delicate. So the problem is I don't have like any bright colors to make it look good. You know, I got like hopefully the snapdragons, you know, the problem is I got nothing like cohesively blooming to make a bouquet with. Yeah, but I do like the fact that I'm getting experience knowing kind of how tall and how, you know what, even if they're stressed and going in late, you know, the Rudbeckias look good. They're going to come up in bloom. The chrysanthemums are finally kicking in over there. I don't know. But at least I'll get an idea of the size of everything and like kind of how not to do things. Yeah, but I like that there's a meadow over here. Although now you can't walk through it. I would love trails to be mowed. But this is garbage. Look at this. I was gonna do like a little chicken run or a little mini goat run off the. But, I'm way. You'll be happy to know the goats are about at least 10 years off.
Yes, wow, it's amazing. She actually realizes it before she does it.
This is wet too.
What are those? They look like lilies over there.
That's the grass.
It is?
That's how thick this grass is, yes.
So you like this, like, I would think that this is kind of hilly and you're going to have the same problem over here.
Yeah, but if I, look at how pretty, oh, look how pretty this is though. If I don't die. Look at though, it's pretty. It's white and purple and brown and yellow. I like that.
I like that I don't have to mow it.
Well, this has got to be cleaned up, and maybe I just do maybe like this little half moon from the, like visually from the parkway, you could see like a half moon of my fruit and peonies. I don't know, but I will tell you we have to figure it out because I have a massive order coming in the fall that I cannot get a refund on.
Well, look how steep it looks up there.
Yeah, but that's also, this will also, we used to walk on and it was totally fine and it grew in. I'm growing on that land.
It almost looks like you have a path of something's going through here.
It looks like your son tried to mow there.
Possibly.
Well, that needs to be cleaned up.
I kind of smell cow crap.
I do too, why?
I don't know.
It's not me, I swear. We also need some cables on this barn before we lose it.
Yes, well, we'll have to talk to the barn guy about
And
that.
I'd like this cleaned out so we can get to the berries. We have blackcaps, little like wild blackcaps, and we have those at our house. You guys have probably seen us pick them on video many times. So it's kind of fun because they're doing some like excavation work in the gravel bank and took out some of our berries, but we actually have some here. So
Yeah, these are like massive.
I'd like to move those a little bit. Like I'd like to move those to where they can just ramble and we can like access them. Maybe just even plant them along a fence line or something.
I think there's a patch up in the field, but unfortunately, I think he brush hogged right over top of it. It's right next to where I put the
that will
brush.
actually make them even bushier. So
Then-
while you don't like that, if they're there, they will come back.
I'm gonna go look because it was right next to the brush pile because I'm like, oh, watch out. We're gonna put them next to the
Oh,
blackberry.
yeah, I do remember that. Well, you never said to him, don't brush hog the brambles. That's
Well,
what he was doing. He was brush hogging the whole thing.
I wasn't thinking about it
But
at
I
the
really
time.
need this. I really want this to be like, and depending how we build up over here, if we do that stone wall and then level it a bit to the land, this would also have to look that way or it's going to look silly.
Well, we have many stones, so I think we could definitely, and it would
I
probably
definitely want to
be
terrace this too, though.
a lot easier. What?
This is workable. You should have rototilled this. We should have
No.
had this dug up.
I think this is too close. We need an in-between. You know what I mean?
This is where we should do rows of like edibles.
There won't be an inch of grass here either. There won't be.
Well, yes, there will, because I'm not doing... Actually, did you check the pumpkins? You can't grow in this. This is one of those places you just sprinkle seeds, or you have to build it up, bring it in, and modify it.
Yeah, but look, she wants me to rototill it, folks.
Yeah.
How easy could it be?
What?
Just a few rocks in the way. They don't look too healthy.
They're overwatered. Hopefully they get big enough that they need that much water. And then we'll have drought, and by the time the pumpkins come, they'll just rot on the vine.
It is pretty pathetic that I spent so much money on generators because we had a drought going on, and we watered the garden once, and it hasn't stopped raining since.
Well, the thing is, I think we're naturally high on the water table here, so we didn't really realize that. Mother Nature kind of did us a favor, because had it been normal raining, I don't know that we would have gotten that much tilled up. We got to do that because it had dried out and we didn't have rain for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, so it definitely, the weather was different this year compared to most years.
And
so.
this was like, this never dried out, even with the drought. This was never dry. So, you know, I just think that side, and that's fine. We'll find something to figure out there. This can be something.
Well, I have no doubt this place is going to look sweet in about 3 years. But
Yeah.
especially when we can start focusing on the land instead of this disaster.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're doing it all this year, though.
Black flies are terrible.
Well, hey, if I was a black fly, I'd be biting you too. You look very nice today.
Oh, I'm sure.
You do.
I'm sweating. I haven't shaved my legs in like a week or so.
Well,
2 weeks
maybe that's what it is. See?
I'm
they think
sweating.
you're a horse.
My hair is like, I'm just fabulous today.
You look wonderful.
Yep, I do.
So what do you think of the footing out front? Were you excited about it?
I'll be happy when we can invest out here instead of in that barn.
Yeah,
thing.
but listen, the foundation has to be done so you have a place to store a tractor someday.
I don't have a place to store anything. I will not have a storefront. I will not have any of that. If this thing doesn't stop, I'm gonna kill it.
Oh, you did?
Did I?
Yes. Boy, he died doing what he loved, though.
Don't take
Licking
me
legs.
Don't pick up. I think I did.
You did.
Is it on the ground? That's impressive. You better watch out.
He thought he was horsing around with a horse leg, and he got kicked by the horse.
I can't stand those things. Literally, I'll just stop and focus on killing the stupid thing for an hour if I have to. They hurt.
I think the secret is I have BO, and they just stay away from me. They just don't bother me. If we could bottle my BO, we could probably be millionaires. It'd make a great bug repeller.
Yeah.
And a woman attractor.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You'd have to go to a special town for that.
Really? One where they don't know me, I guess. Please, honey, you have no idea how lucky you are. You get to wake up next to me every morning.
Actually, I don't, because you get up at like the ass crack of dawn.
Well,
4:30 out of bed, and then I have to. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Oh, they're little net. Ew!
there you go. Blood spots. I don't want to show too much of your leg on video.
Yes, well, you know, not all of us can do our hair and makeup and do tutorials all day long.
Well, you look pretty good.
Yes.
There's 2 baby birds.
We got many baby birds in there, buddy.
They fell out of the nest.
Leave them be.
No, they literally fell out of the nest.
Were
They
you,
can't fly.
were you up there looking at them?
I was trying to take a photo.
So you scared the bird, bud?
No.
Hey, you can't blame them. You're always peeking in on the bluebirds.
Yeah, but yeah, these are different. Watch out.
Oh, it's fine.
I know, come here.
This other one just sitting here. See up there?
Oh, no. Look, he's ready. He's ready.
Jumping out.
Okay,
Well,
leave them.
I would leave him be.
Yeah, but this other one's scared. This one's not moving. He's behind. He's right here. Mom, he's right here.
Oh. Come here, sweetie. Come here, it's all right. Come here.
Aww. I'm probably thinking this is it.
Yes, as I am. No,
He does not want to go.
Because he's scared.
He doesn't want to stay up there.
Wait, is the brother still up there? No, he fell.
He's got stage fright.
Maybe just pet him.
Good job. Why don't you come sit over here on the Cub Cadet? Be a great photo opportunity. What do you think? She's not a huge fan of the Cub Cadet. And neither am I. Oh wait, she might.
I don't think we ever need to water.
We probably won't need to water this year. All right, honey, we'll see you later. This is what happens when you don't read the manual. Major malfunction here. Just happened? Really? Wow, you got that thing in there deep. Oof. All right, so.
I moved to the front.
Holy smoke, what are you, mud bogging? My God, I told you to stay away from this area.
You said I could try it.
We're still missing a couple migrants that were working for us last weekend. They sunk in quicksand.
Yeah, I moved the front. I can't move the back.
All right, so I'll just have to help you then, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have to help me.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to film. I guess I'll have to help you.
I mean, I can film on YouTube.
Can I pull this right here? And
I don't know.
like,
Does it roll in neutral? Like, is there a neutral?
I don't know. There should be a neutral. Did you turn the brake on?
Huh? See how deep it was?
Well, I told you. You got some problems around here.
I came through here a couple times. This was the first time it really got me.
Gun it, Cody! Oh, you're screwed. Let me push you. Ah! Oh my God, Cody. Don't worry. I'll get all muddy. Ah, this place is a mess. Is it ever gonna end?
All right, now we've had at least 2 dry days, even though thunderstorms are coming this afternoon. And we have all the forms up for the foundation to be poured.
Actually, the foundation is already poured.
Is it poured? I didn't know if they actually put the concrete in. Let's go see. Isn't this so cool?
It's cylinder block.
Cinder block.
Cinder.
Cinder block. Here we go. So this is currently what we're looking at. Don't touch anything.
See?
Don't touch anything. Nope, it's not yet.
It's not?
Nope. See how it's hollow in the center?
Oh.
That means...
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so all of the forms have been put up. This is a form, I guess, or multiple forms. And so this is kind of how they shape the wall for the foundation. So that's up. I was hoping it would get poured today, but it is going to storm, and they have to finish right here. So that's what it looks like. Nice rebar inside to strengthen things up.
You can look all the way down.
And there's a look inside. We have this rotted sill beam that is going to be replaced. And then these joists, if you see underneath, all of these, some of them are not actually long enough to sit on the foundation wall. So see how we have like an edge here, and it's just barely enough to be set onto that concrete foundation that's being poured. So what has to happen is all these joists have to be replaced. Talk about a project and constant like constant maneuvering in this job. But you know what? If we're gonna do it, we have to do it the right way. So there's a little update on the forms, and at least we are making progress. So a little update for a Friday afternoon. Sunny, finally. We've had 2 days of sunshine. We're about to get nailed with some thunderstorms like I mentioned. And we have some big birds over there. Holy cow. I'll show you a couple of really cool sunflowers though, that are really chocolate and deep red, and we'll give you an update on the flowers. It has been pretty awful here, I'm not gonna lie. We had a lot of rain, which helped everything start to grow, and then we had so much rain that things just really started rotting. The dahlia side is so wet that they're not even growing and putting anything on. So I'm a little upset about that part, but I have to focus on what we are getting out of this field. We're getting lots of weeds because, we can't keep up on everything. But let's start with the sunflowers. Look at these gorgeous guys. Look at the color on that. Oh, and the bees are happy. This one is really like a full pom-pom double. Reminds me of the one that's called Teddy. This one is opening. These are really pretty. These are from Sunflower Steve. So these sort of have the Van Gogh series. This one has been my favorite. I really hope to save some seed from this one. If I can get to them before the birds do. This is gorgeous. They're just like a really dark, and they're like double. They're really fuzzy pom-pomish.
I like this one.
Yeah,
it's like
really cool.
it's like puffy. It's like a puffer fish, or something like that.
So this is Queen Anne's lace. Beautiful flowers. It did amazing here. Like, it did not care about the soil, so I have tons of that. This is really cool. Look at this celosia. These aren't really quite tall yet, and I'm not sure how tall they get, but they're so cool. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these kind of continue to put things up. My zinnias are starting to bloom. These are gorgeous, gorgeous. So you know how to know when they're ready to harvest is that little wiggle test. If they're floppy like that, they're not ready. But if they are strong, oh, that's wiggly. Let's find one that's ready. Boy, none of these yet. I'll show you over here, but look at, aren't these gorgeous? I love them. I love zinnias. The zinnias are making me happy. Let's see, this guy almost, he's still a little wobbly. So what happens if you pick them and they're still wobbly, they don't last in the vase. Their heads and the necks kind of bend, and then they're kind of done for. Look at that color. That is all me right there. I love it.
That's probably my favorite out of every zinnia here.
They're so pretty. That one is wobbly. Okay, so this one is not wobbly. He's a little short to show you, but see how he's not bending? He's moving with me. And this guy is, bobblehead. This guy's ready. So that's how you check to make sure you're gonna get the longest vase life out of your flowers. This guy's ready. I just harvested some yesterday because I made bouquets for the market today. And these are just so gorgeous. By the way, Red Man Cactus zinnia. This is one that I got from Baker Creek. And look at how the petals are. It's almost like a shaggy zinnia. I love it. And you know what? These are actually ready. But I don't have the time, the energy, or anything to really harvest them. queen lime zinnias. Look at, these are ready to go. Well, that one's not. This one is ready. But these are gorgeous, like straight up lime colored. And then we have these gorgeous ones. This is kind of like, this is the queen lime blush. See how it's pink? I love it. It's got just a mix. These are really good in bouquets. I also love the orange. This orange is so magnificent. I just love it. And then it's different shades. See this one? See, this is kind of yellow. Oh, my hands are filthy. Let's see. I just like, oh my God, look at this one. Look at this. It's like orange on the outside and then that darker orange on the inside. I just love that. So anyway, the zinnias have really helped me out. And then here's the little Oklahoma salmon and the Oklahoma series zinnias. These are amazing. See how little these guys are? They're so cute. They're just so cute. They're like an inch, size. Not even. Maybe a little over an inch.
They're an inch and a half.
No, they're not even.
Not even?
Maybe. Actually, maybe an inch and a half.
Yeah, or an inch and a 1/4.
And then we have the giant wine, which is beautiful. This one is ready. Oh my gosh. I want to take him home. These are like prime for picking. But there's not a lot yet. They're just starting now to come into it. And I have loved the basil. The basil has done so well. It smells so good in bouquets. Like, I use it as a filler because when people go to smell zinnias, which don't really have a smell, they smell the basil, so it's really yummy. And I love the purple one especially. This is a weed. But the purple, this one is the cinnamon basil, and it's amazing. Although so are the weeds. But you know what? I have to say, I planted these super close. Remember when we planted these? They were really super close, and I was like, well, we'll find out how they grow. They're the perfect size for bouquets. They're not super long, but they're gorgeous. And I did them in color blocks, which I kind of like. And then this is the zinnia, or the dahlia patch, which, you know, the first couple rows are tolerating what's here.
I mean, this one's probably the best in the whole row.
This is gorgeous. I mean, look at, super strong stems. It's gorgeous. I love that one.
That's gonna make it probably for a month.
But, and then we have some, look, we have some blooms coming. Cognac is blooming like crazy, but it doesn't have really long stems, although none of them, I have some at home in pots, and I have some at the kids' garden. They're all blooming short and lots of flowers. So I don't think that's one specifically for cut flowers. And then there's one more over here I can show you.
You tell me not to walk through the rows.
Look at this. Isn't that pretty? So that's yellow, and then it goes to cream, and then it's got these lavender hints on it. But if you look this way, I love the look of this. Look, it looks like I have a flower farm. So these are all the like first crops I put in, and now, I mean, we should have like dahlias coming up into season. We should have dahlias now, but we're really just, I am kind of calling it quits with the dahlias. Whatever I get, I'll be grateful for, but we're definitely not ready on this side of the field for dahlias yet. So I'm gonna have this side kind of tilled up. We have to have some drainage put in, and then I'm gonna do a cover crop if time allows. So that's my plan. That's where we're at for right now. It's bittersweet. It's been great and miserable all at the same time. The rain has really not helped anything. Look at this guy. But it's so cute. But anyway, so that's what we're dealing with. An exceptionally wet year. Lots of weeds, but to be honest, I love looking at the zinnias. They really made my day. Like, the zinnias are redeeming like the whole farm. So the sunflowers are coming into their own. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna continue to try to manage everything that's here, but so we'll keep you updated, and hopefully some of the dahlias will give us a little mini bloom tour later on.